start my work. Children, a very warm welcome to the English classroom. Today, the main objective of this class is to sensitize the new revised curriculum devised by CBSE for the academic year 2021 for grade 11. So let us have a very quick review of that particular paper, and then we will come to the detailed analysis of the paper. Children, in this academic year, you will be writing your final paper tentatively by the month of Jan, Feb, whenever the annual exams are announced. You will be writing for around 80 marks for theory and 20 marks for practical. 80 marks theory questions combines from both the textbook, hornbill and snapshot. And I already told you there is a 20 mark of internal assessments which will be which is already explained to you, and which will be in the process of the days to come will be executed as per planned. So totally your 80 marks blueprint is divided into two segments. The same question paper will be having two parts. Part A, which is for 40 marks, and part B is for again for 40 marks. When I make this particular presentation, I wanted you to write down the Roman letter, and then you have to write down what comes in that particular Roman letter, and then how many marks it is assigned to. I will reposition my screen. You just tell me whether it is visible for everybody, readable for everybody, etc. So totally it is for 80 marks. So part A is divided for 40. So you can write part A that is for 40 marks, of which 18 marks are allocated for reading comprehension question. So reading comprehension you have seen in grade 9 and grade 10. What's the difference between this reading comprehension and the comprehensions which you have there in the past is that it is MCQ oriented questions, not a descriptive answers are expected. You will be given distractors after each question. You have to read the reading passage. It can be a factual description, it can be a data interpretation, it can be on a biography, it can be argumentative essays. Any kind of an essays can come or article can come on this particular Roman letter 1 and 2. So when looking into this particular format, the first Roman letter 1 will be having 10 MCQs for 10 marks. Each one question will carry 1 mark each. So 10 into 1 is equal to 10 marks. The second Roman letter is also a reading comprehension, of which 9 MCQ questions will be there, of which you will be only attempting any 8. I repeat, multiple choice question format. It can be a data interpretation or a biographical sketch or anything related to even a literary work can be brought there, out of which you will be asking 9 MCQ questions, but you will be writing only for 8. You will be writing only for 8 which you choose to write. So that carries 8 marks. Each question carries 1 mark each. Moving ahead, you will come to the grammar segment. Children, you know that as per the revised curriculum, you have to be confident about the use of determiners, tenses, etc., etc. So there is something a multiple choice questions from the grammar side for 4 marks. Total grammar is 8 marks. Both Roman letter 3 and 4 combined only will be 8 marks. So the first Roman letter is question number 3 under grammar. you will have multiple choice gap filling, which is based on determiners and tenses, which will be based on determiners and tenses. So you are mentioned over here, it is based on determiners and uh, tenses. Now is my screen clear now to everyone? Children, can I get a response? Is my screen clear to everyone? Can you read my screen? Now, children, now can you tell me, can you read it? Can you read the screen? Are you able to read now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So multiple choice questions on gap filling. The topics will be determiners and tenses. So the type of question we will discuss later. Then we have the second segment coming over here, that is multiple choice questions on reordering and transformations. Reordering and transformation is the sentence reorder question we have already seen in grade 10, as well as active passive voice, and to a certain extent reported speech questions also can be expected. So that carries for around 8 mark segment over here. 4 marks on multiple choice, and the next Roman letter 4 marks for reordering and transformation of sentences. Any either or, okay, either we can ask for a reordering of the sentence or transformation of active into passive, or reported speech on the later extent of the class. So this is what you have to be thorough with during the grammar sessions, which will be taught in a holistic manner, helping you to compete the requirements of grade 11 and 12 examinations. So you can make a mention about it. Roman letter 3 and 4 is MCQ, that is on grammar, that is based on determiners, tenses, reordering and transformation of sentences. So how many marks you will be asked for? Children, tell me how many marks you will be asked on grammar?
8 marks.
8 marks, which is further divided into 2 questions of 4 marks each. So total 8 questions to be done out of 10 given. You will be given 10 choices there, out of which you have to write 8. Please write the bracket below. Total 8 questions to be done out of the 10 given. I mean 5 marks here and 5 questions here, out of which you will have to write 4 plus 4, 8 questions. Children, up to here, are you clear? Reading comprehension passage 1 carries how many marks, my dear children? Tell me, you are all beautiful Excavians in the class. Tell me, intelligent people, first reading comprehension carries how many marks? It carries 10 marks, and the second reading comprehension carries 8 marks each. Second reading comprehension, you will be given 10 questions, out of which you are going to write only 9 questions from there. Sorry, 9 questions will be given, and out of which you will be only writing any 8 of your choice. So total marks in reading comprehension segment is 18. Kindly make a mention of it. The total marks in the reading comprehension question is 18 marks. Moving ahead to the grammar segment, you have Roman letter 3 and 4, multiple choice questions based on tenses, determiners, sentence reordering, and transformation of sentences. So of which you will be asked 8 questions, sorry, you will be asked 10 questions, out of which you will have to write 8. And each correct response will get 1 mark each. Now, coming to the last part of the objective part questions, you will be asked for 14 marks. So, multiple choice question, Roman number 5 starts with the literature. Multiple choice questions from an extract from poetry, from hornbill to comprehension and appreciation. You will be given two extracts that will be basically on poetry. All the poems, whatever poems are prescribed there, we will be asking any two extracts from poetry. For example, which are the poems which you have studied? Which are the poems we have studied so far? No poems were taught in this academic year. Photograph is a poem. Voice of the Rain is a poem. So from the Hornbill textbook, you will be having two extracts. One out of two. You have to write one out of two, and each extract will be having three questions over there. So 3 into 1, each response will be having 1 mark each. Remember, it is not a descriptive question. They are MCQ question in properties. I mean, the characteristics of the question will be MCQ, or a question type is called as MCQ type of questions. So from which book question number 5 will come? From which book question number 5 will come? Question number 5 comes from which book?
Hornbill.
Hornbill. Hornbill, whether it is coming from
Hornbill.
prose or poetry. Whether
Poetry.
it comes from poetry.
Poetry.
Then question number 6, multiple choice question based on 2 prose extract out of the 3 given from the prose Hornbill as well as snapshots to assess comprehension and appreciation, which will be for 6 marks. So that means in short, you have to read both Hornbill and snapshot line by line to get the answers for the question. It may be who is the speaker, why did the speaker say so, the speaker of this particular line is dash. Okay, the narrator, Susain, or any other 4 characters name can be given over there. See, when you hear that it is MCQ, you don't keep in mind that it is damn easy. Some of the MCQ questions are so twisting that even if you read 100 number of times the textbook, you will not be able to get it. So it is mandatory that English textbook has to be read line by line 100 number of times before you enter in your examination hall. No line in the Hornbill or snapshot textbook can be left out, because anything can be a possible question. Even the teacher cannot predict whether that come will for the public exam or not. So you have three multiple choice questions will be there in your question paper, out of which you have to write from Hornbill or snapshots any two, which is having how many marks? 3 questions will be there per extract. So option number 1, option number 2, option number 3. These 3 extract will be having how many number of questions? How many number of questions you can expect from each extract? 3. I mean 3 questions will be asked, of which you have to write any 2 extracts. Now you may ask a question, sir, can I write one question from extract number 1, second question from extract number 2, and third question from extract number 3? Not possible. When you take an extract, you have to attempt all the 3 questions in that particular segment. Children, are you clear? Children, am I
Yes,
clear
sir.
till now?
Yes, sir.
How many marks you can expect on this particular question number 6? Question number 6 carries how many marks?
6 months.
6 marks. How many questions will be there? Is there an internal choice among the 3?
Yes, sir.
How many extracts can be expected in question number 6?
Two
Three,
extra.
three extracts out of which two a compulsory you have to write. So moving forward, question number 7, you will have text-based multiple choice question to access comprehension, analysis, interpretation from prose and poetry. I mean, you have to give 5 questions out of the 6 given there. It can be from poetry, it can be from hornbill prose, it can be from snapshot prose. Anything is possible. So that is question number 7. You will be given 6 questions, out of which you have to answer 5 MCQs over there. Please make a mention about it. This is question number 7. So with that, we will say bye-bye to objective paper. Your objective paper has completely finished. 40 marks of the paper is over. Moving ahead to section B, which is a descriptive paper, you have to have note making and summarization for around, say for example, it will be for 5 marks. Okay, 5 marks is for the note and 3 mark is for the summary, etc. So 5 mark is again divided into, I mean, first Roman letter under the descriptive question paper is note making, which we have already covered and finished. So that will be given. Note making will giving for 5 marks, of which it is subdivided. If you write the title 1, numbering and indent 1, key you will get 1, and notes you will get 2. So, totally it is 5 marks which is given over there. Then the second part of the note making session is summary, that will you carries 3 marks on that particular segment. So 5 plus 3 is 8 marks. So 5 plus 3, it is 8 marks up to there. It will be content 1 mark and expression 1 mark, and I think it is for the title 1 more mark will be there. So it is up to 3 marks. 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. Do you have any doubt with regard to the first question number in part B of the question paper? What is the first question in part B? What is the first question in part B? Note making
making
and
and summarization.
summarization. How many marks total? Total is 8 marks. Total
10 marks.
marks is 8. So question number 1, total marks is number 8. It is subdivided into note making carries 5 marks and summary carries 3 marks. Then we enter to writing section, that is for 16 marks. Writing section, question number 2 of descriptive question carries 16 marks. So this year you have to be thorough with notice writing question. So 2 notice questions will be given for 3 marks. 2 notice questions will be given for 3 marks. Then question number 3, short writing task, that is poster, which we have already taught. Question number 3, that also 2 posters will be asked and you have to frame based on 1 poster. So both question number 2 and 3 totally is 6 marks, 3 marks per question. 3 marks per question. Children, are you clear? Children, are you clear what is question number 1, question number 2, question number 3 of part B of your descriptive question? Do you have any doubts? Is there anything which is unclear while I was explaining?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So question number 4 is letter writing based on verbal or visual input to be answered in 120 to 150 words. Business or official letters for making inquiries, registering complaints, asking for and giving information, placing orders and sending replies. Letter to the school or college authorities regarding admission, school issues, requirements, suitability, Two questions of any of these two kinds will be asked, of which you have to write one question. You will be asked for 5 marks. You will be asked for 5 marks. So letter writing question will be for 5 marks. So how that 5 marks is divided? Format carries 1 mark, content carries 2 marks, and expression carries 2 marks. So total 5. So total is 5. Format carries 1 mark, content carries 2 mark, and expression carries 2 marks. Now coming to question number 5, writing composition based on visual / verbal inputs based on speech and debate. When I say visual or verbal input, visual means a picture, an advertisement, or some kind of a motivator will be given in the top of a pictorial representation. For example, a hungry child will be given, and the data related to the hungry children in India will be there. That is a visual interpretation. You have to take the clues from that and write that particular debate or a speech that is there. If it is a verbal input, means that will be having sentences as a prompt for you to write the statistical details of the people who are affected by COVID, not affected by COVID, etc. If it is a speech or a debate related with the COVID, then that data will be given in a box. You can use that data, but doesn't mean that you can only rely on that data only. You can use your data which is available with you while you read the newspaper, while you are in the social media. So many sources are there for you to gather your information. So that again carries 5 marks each. So letter question is 5 mark, and long writing, that is speech and debate, is also 5 marks. Both will be having internal choices. Both the segment will be having internal choices. Now, question number 6 of your question paper of part B contains questions from literature. These are not MCQ type questions, but descriptive kind questions. So, two short answer type questions, one from prose and one from poetry, from the book Hornbill, out of the 4 to be answered in 30 to 40 words. I repeat, two short answer type questions, one from prose and one from Flamingo, both are mandatory. Out of 4 to be answered 30 to 40 words, question should elicit inferential response through critical thinking, etc. You will be asking for 2 into 2, 4 marks. So I think 3 extracts will be given, of which you have to write 2 extracts. Under each extract, there will be 2 questions, descriptive kind. Each question carries around 1 mark. So 2 extract, that is 2 into 2 is equal to 4 marks coming up there. The extract, number of extract will be differ accordingly, but you kindly write down this particular thing. Two short answer question type question, one from prose and one from poetry, from the Hornbill, out of 4 to be answered in 30 to 40 words. So kindly means each will carry 2 questions there. So when you write 2 extracts, it will be coming as 4 questions over there. Moving ahead to the next question, it is question number 7. One short answer type question from prose, that is snapshots, to be answered in 40 words. Question should elicit inferential responses through critical thinking, and any one out of the 2 questions. Please write question number 7. One short answer type question from prose, that is snapshots. Textbook is also specified to be answered. 2 short answer question will be given from snapshot, of which you can choose one, and the mark is 1 into 2 is equal to 2 marks. One question you have to write, it will give you 2 marks. The same objective, the next question number, it is also from prose lesson, question number 8. One long answer type question from prose or poetry to be answered in 120 to 150 words to assess global comprehension, extrapolation beyond the text, questions to provide evaluation and analytical responses using incidents, events, themes, and reference points. Any one out of the two questions to be done. So that is 1 into 5 is equal to 5. So the first long answer question is from prose or poetry. That means this Roman letter will be only from Hornbill. This is a long answer question. Question number 8. It will be only from Hornbill. You need not worry about snapshots. And each question carries 5. There is only 1 out of 2 question given. And if you write that one question, you will be evaluated for 5. Last question of the question paper, question number 9. One long answer type question based on the chapters from snapshots to be answered in 120 to 150 words to assess your comprehension. So many things are there. You will be getting 2 responses, out of which 1 you have to attempt. Now, children, related to the blueprint of the English question paper, do you have any doubts? Do I need to explain it once again? And one more thing I would like to remind you that class grade 11, our subject code is 301. When you search for internet materials or study materials, please see that your code name, that is the paper, is titled as English code, and the code is having 301. Its code is having 301. So kindly please mention these important search links. Please make this thing mandatory. When you search for internet material, see that it is English core, because as per CBSE scheme of things, there are 2 schemes. First scheme is called as English core, and the second scheme is called as English elective. So you should not be confused. Now, because of COVID-19, the board has drastically reduced the syllabus for better transfer of knowledge. Please lay down these syllabus which are deleted. We don't have classified advertisements, letters to the editor, application for a job, article bar report writing, and narrative. The following writing components are deleted with effect from last academic year because of COVID-19. One is classified advertisements, letter to the editor, application for a job, then the last but not the least, and article bar report writing. You need not have to concentrate on those things. Grammar is already specified. You don't have models, clauses, change of voice. So you will only have reported speech coming up there. Error correction, editing task, etc. will not be there. So under grammar, you need not be bothered about models, clauses, change of voice, error correction, editing task, etc. Coming to literature, the lesson poem Father to Son and Adventure need not be studied. In the Hornbill textbook, Father to Son and Adventure need not be studied. Under snapshots, the God of the Only World and the Tale of the Melon City is deleted for you people. Now, children, in the overall presentation, do you have any doubts with regarding to any concept that I have discussed today? Or any Roman letter you want to revisit once again, I will give you ample time. Anybody says that they are not able to understand, I am ready to repeat any number of times. Please write it in an English classwork. This will be asked for internal assessments later. Anybody? Anybody have a doubts? Any doubt anywhere? Now, children, thank you for your patient listening. And now I wanted to move across the next important segment, which I would like to discuss with you. Tomorrow's weekly test, I mean Saturday, you will be having a weekly test in English. We'll be having note making and Albert Einstein at school. A video of the same will be given in your Microsoft team. You kindly please see that note making exercises. I want you to go through that particular thing and clarify your doubts. Now, the remaining 2 or 3 minutes can be allocated for discussing of what kind of what is note making, what are the major things you have supposed to